Alright, cool. We jumping back at it with another video tutorial about how I like to airbrush on the front of some of these t-shirts. You dig what I'm saying? So I'm going with a red, black, and white design. Well, really a dark red design. You dig what I'm saying? Just going in with the letters right now, making sure that those letters are coming out simple. Always starting off simple. Then towards the progression of the design, I'm gonna go in deeper with a little bit of flair, you know what I'm saying, a little bit of flash. But right now I'm just keeping that thing, 1, 2, 3 ABC. You dig what I'm saying? Now once I get done with the placement, I'm gonna go in with the red, you dig? Get that red in there, make sure it's faded out nicely. I always like to go with the fades, you know what I'm saying, from the bottom to the top. You know what I'm saying? A little later on in the tutorial, I'm gonna jump in with the blacks, you know what I'm saying? Right now I'm just getting the blacks around the inside of those letters, you know what I'm saying? The bold outline around the outside is also gonna be a good thing to throw in the mixture, you dig? And then from there I'm just going to jump in with the faded black, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna fade it from black going up to the top, because the color that I'm trying to get in is that maroon, you know what I'm talking about? So finishing that off around the outline across the top. Yeah, that looks nice. Now I'm gonna fill up some of those holes on the inside, some of those void white spaces on the inside, just to make sure that that design comes together in cohesion. You know what I'm saying? Bold, not a bold outline, kind of like a faded outline around that outside, just to give a little more taste, a little more touch to that maroon color. And on the outside of that black outline, I'm gonna come back with some bricks. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be a brick design, a nice go-to design that you would like to pop out. You know what I'm saying? You don't always want to do it, but when you want to do it, it's good to surprise them with it. Just come out the bag with it. Okay, so this is where I'm gonna jump in and keep the fade from the bottom to the top, but I'm gonna just darken the outlines around the top of the letters just a tad bit more, you know what I'm saying? Just to give it that crisp look, you know what I'm saying? Here it is with the bricks, you know what I'm saying? The bricks around the outside of the letters. That's giving it that extra pop around the outside, you know what I'm saying? So on top of those bricks, I may come back through there with some stars and some smoke effects as well with this design. After I do that, that's gonna pretty much finalize the design altogether. So yeah, let me just continue on with these bricks. I'm going around the whole bricks. Now notice that I'm not doing an even coating of the bricks. I kind of like to have that unevenness, kind of like that fade in, fade out look. It just looks a little more raw and just a little more grungy, but it gives you that real sense of rawness, kind of like in your face with it, dig, man? So continuing on with the black outlines, just making the black outlines even bolder and even more thicker at the bottom. And that's always a good go-to, to make them thick at the bottom and then a little bit thinner at the top. Now what I may do is come back in with a white outline across the bottom border, and that'll make that black outline toward the bottom that's thicker pop a little bit harder, you know what I'm saying? So I like the direction that this design is going in. I'm definitely liking what I'm looking at right now. It's cool. Now I'm finishing up that outer border. Now once I get done with that, I'm gonna come back through with some stars toward the bottom. You know what I'm saying? Could have been any kind of color stars, black stars or white stars, but the main objective with those stars on top of those bricks is to get a good contrast. So at this stage, I just felt like the black stars would be a better contrast to go on top of those maroon bricks. And this is where I'm doing the fade from the maroon at the bottom to the grayish black towards the top. And that'll just make those letters jump out a little bit more. It gives gives you that 3D effect to the top and the bottom of those letters. So and it matches the color scheme. Color scheme was black, white, and gray, and maroon. You know what I'm saying? So what's gonna help me out a lot towards the bottom of that design is to come with the highlights, which is what I'm doing right now, is doing the highlights toward the bottom. And I may put a little bit towards the top, you know. And I put a little towards the top because even though that top is predominantly white, you can still put white paint on top of that white cotton material, because the white paint is gonna shine on top of that white, believe it or not. But, this is a stage where I'm putting the white highlights toward the bottom, and it's giving it that good contrast, giving it that good bounce light towards the bottom of the word block. You know what I'm saying? And it's giving it that extra shine to it. You know what I'm saying? Alright, so I'm coming to a closing on this. This is almost about done. So finishing up some of those highlights toward the top. You know what I'm saying? Putting my finishing touches on it, and I think we ready to call this piece. We ready to call this piece it's a wrap. You know what I'm saying? It's my last outline border that I want to do with that on the outside of that black. I'm gonna hit it with that maroon again, and that'll just give that. Alright, so you know what I'm saying? That's it.
It's mixed.